Check, check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Diva Dolls should be kicking second. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Check, check. 1, 2, 3. Ty Polk here. Stan Beckton, Arsenal Park.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Check, check. Welcome to another day here in Lawrenceville, here in Arsenal.
Let me help you with your vision, they losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard, I'm talking words you understand, I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere you know, I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the Lord the most. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is where it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always smelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chillin' with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Turner brothers, yeah, we screaming lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah.
A beautiful day in Arsenal Park as we're here for week 5 of the Steel City Kickers League on the Roxamore Sports Network. I'm Ty Polk, he's Stan Beckton. Glad to have you with us. We're about to have 4 exciting games of kickball here.
4 exciting games in week 5 here of the Steel City Kickers League, Ty. I think we're in for another week of exciting action.
I'm glad to be with you. Last week, you missed all the fun. You missed the game of the week, man.
Maybe game of the year in the Steel City Kickers League. We got to see a great matchup between Diamond Divas and Renegade last week. I think we will see more great matchups this week.
So our first game at 2 p.m., we'll see the 2-2 Kicking Queens take on the 2-2 Diva Dolls.
And this is a battle for that 4th place spot. Diva Dolls, they're ahead right now in the standings, but with the win, anyone can take the lead.
And the Diva Dolls coming off a victory 11-6 in their last game as the first kick of the game is out. So Bella's retired early on as now we're one away quickly on the first pitch. And now second pitch swinging, and that one up in the air and caught as Mama's is gone as well.
And that was a good job right there from D to get off that second base to catch that pop fly.
So they'll opt to hold on the third pitch there as that one's rolled a ball, it looks like. Next pitch upcoming. That one rolled ball too. So the 2-0 pitch to Toy. And Toy hits this third base side, but foul. 2-1's the count. The 2-1. This one hit short, but fouled, and now loaded count. So what's the plan here with 2-2? The next pitch, payoff. This one hit in the air, roaming over, drops in for a hit.
And unlike the last kick, D wasn't able to get there in time. That was a little out of her range.
So patience at the plate works out as here's Hunter for the kicking Queens. This one lifted in the air, almost caught, but out of the hands there, and Toy will round second and head to third. Late rally on for the kicking Queens.
And now with the runner on third and in scoring position, it's important for the kicking Queens to be able to get these runners home. That's one of the things they've struggled with all season.
So here's Jordo with the 1-0 pitch, and that one bounces far and away to 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. That one lifted over third base side to play at the plate. And it looks like it was not in time, so there is our first run of the game.
And good base running there from Toy to score the first run of the game. She was a little hesitant at first, but that was good on her part to make sure that that ball didn't get her out.
So with 2 outs, 3 hits, and 1 run for the kicking Queens. That one rolled a little bit away. 1-0. The 1-0. This one skied high and caught, and that will end the inning. So 3 hits and 1 run, and the kicking Queens are ahead 1-0, and here comes the Diva Dolls to bat.
Good job by the Diva Dolls to be able to get off the field even though they had a lot of runners on base. We've seen numerous times this season that when runners get on base, a lot of times the Diva Dolls have those big onslaughts of runs in the inning.
Here's D, and the tapper right to the pitcher works out there. You have to be alert in this league. She's aboard with a hit. Bottom of the first, 1 runner on. This one lifted into the air, second base side. The catch is made. So nice work by D. Lush. And even with it, D manages to move up to second despite the out to Ajane. So 1 gone and a runner on second, the tying run. Go ahead at the plate, and it's Ebony, and that first pitch rolls in for a ball. The 1-0 to Ebony. It looks like that one goes to 2-0. 2-0 pitch to first base side, but foul. 2-1's the count. Here's the 2-1. This one up the middle. And the lead runner called out on the tag. So Ebony's aboard on the fielder's choice. So now a runner at first with 2 outs. And will we see another 2-out rally? Next pitch upcoming. That one caught by Ebo, and that will retire to side.
A great catch there by Ebo to get them out of this inning.
So they leave a runner stranded, only one hit in the inning. We'll go to the top of the second, and the score is 1-0. So next up is Am Lee for the Kicking Queens. Lifted to short second. The catch is made by D for the first out. So here's Fry. Quick moving game.
Quick moving game, but if you're the quick Kicking Queens right now, you have to be glad that you have the lead. They've been playing great defense all year, and now they finally have some run support to help them out.
Last week they played 2 games. They finished a makeup against Blackout and lost 10-1. But in their first game, they did get a victory. As that one's hit over, but falling down is Fry. Makes it over to first, and that's an unfortunate hard luck out. Fry fell on her way to the bases, and that happens sometimes out there. It's just unfortunate that it was.
And it was a great kick, too. But like you said, just an unfortunate circumstance right there.
Dirt Monster catches us all out here. There's Ebb, and that one lifted to left field, and the catch is made by Nick to retire to side. 3 up, 3 down inning for the Kicking Queens, and next up the Diva Dolls. They're still down 1-0. And partner, really the story has been aggressive hitting by the Kicking Queens.
Aggressive hitting by the Kicking Queens, and I think that with this style of play, they can finally get those points on the board that they need. One thing with the Kicking Queens, outside of week 1 where they won by a score of 6-1, they've only scored 4 runs in the last 3 weeks.
Just how it is right now for this team. Kelly gets aboard with the infield single. No outs, 1 runner aboard. There's Chelsea popping that one foul. 1-1's the count. Here's the 1-1. Tapper high over towards first base side, but she couldn't handle it. So the squib kick works out for the Diva Dolls, as now they have 2 aboard with no outs. Another short tapper to play to third made for the out. As Kelly is retired, AA makes it over to first on the fielder's choice, and Chelsea advances to second.
Great catch there by Ebb.
Thank you. Thank you.
And that retires the side.
It'll work.
Out.
That'll work. I'll make it work.
It looks like it was a little bit of confusion there, actually. It looks like after that pop fly was caught, it was only 2 outs, but everyone else thought it was 3 outs, and it took for a little bit of communication from the coaches on both teams for that final out to just commence. The top of the third.
So 3 hits in that last half inning, but nothing doing in terms of runs, and that has to be a little disappointing for the Diva Dolls, as inconsistent. No. So we'll take a break here as it's 1-0 Kicking Queens. I'm Ty Polkey, Stan Beckton. This is the Roxamore Sports Network.
Realty. My experience and my commitment makes everything I touch turn to sold.
Call Lisa Baldwin at 724-933-6300 extension 489 or go to selecthomefinder.com.
Hey kid, let me tell you about the Soul Pit, and I want you to let everybody know about it. Soul Pit is what's happening in and around your city. Soul Pit is on the internet and around the globe. Soul Pit is on your block and in your car. Soul Pit is in your ear. It's in your hair. It's everywhere. Soul Pit is the latest news, hottest styles, culture, education, information, and more. It gets you ready for things to come. Hey kid, you know what the Soul Pit really is? It's a little something extra for your soul.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
We're back on the Roxamore Sports Network, 1-0 Kicking Queens as we're on the top of the third here. And, of course, I mentioned it a little bit earlier. The story has been aggressiveness on the base pass. It didn't work out for the Diva Dolls, but it's worked out to the tune for one run for the Kicking Queens.
Yeah, aggressiveness on the base path is one of the very important things that I think is a key to success for any team in the Steel City Kickers League. But as you see with the Kicking Queens, they got that one run. But look for the Diva Dolls when they get back on the kicking and on the plate, for them to try to run through third base. That's something they've done a lot this season.
So now it's little Lisa for the Kicking Queens to begin this top of the third inning. That one rolls well away, 2-0's the count. Third ball is a strike. This one straight down the pipe, and that will be a strike. 2-1. Here's the 2-1. And Lisa hits this down third base line. They'll go over to the pitcher, and they'll allow the hit there. So an infield single for Lil Lisa. And now here comes D. Lush.
Smart play there not to force that one all the way to first base.
And D. Lush hits that one down the line, so that's a game plan, but that one foul this time. Here's the 0-1. And she went for that one, but they'll rule it a ball, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. That one, a tapper down the line, 1-2. Here's D. Lush tapping this one high. The catch almost made, but no harm, no foul as it was near first base. That one, they're trying to contest that as a catch, but it was too close and it was a drop. So that one does not count. That should only be one out.
Yes, it's only one out. But if Star would have caught it, she was trying to argue that the runner has to be on base before she can advance. The drop, she is safe there at second.
That one a high tapper, a rolling foul, 0-1. And I could see where you tried to buy that call, but that just wasn't happening. That was a clear drop. That one tapped over towards the pitcher. Couldn't be handled by D. Quick play over to first. And that one's an out.
fly is going to start. She couldn't handle it, but she was able to get the ball to first base each time. But now the King Queens do have another runner on third base.
So runner at third, and here's Mamas at the plate, and that one almost handled there. But no advancement by Little Lisa, so that'll count as an infield single. Lifted to third base side, but foul. As it's Toy up at the plate, she has scored the only run in the game for the Kicking Queens.
And Toy is one of the better kickers on the Kicking Queens team. She gets on base a lot, so this could be a chance for her to drive in some more points.
Lifted in the air. And the Diva Dolls will survive the inning with only 2 runners on. So a crucial defensive play there is only 2 hits are given up, but 2 runners, including 1 at third, left the board. Still a 1-0 game as we go to the bottom of the third.
Another tightly contested game for the Kicking Queens. They seem to always find themselves in one of those, don't you think?
It seems that their offensive ability, they're one of the better defensive teams out there in there. They've only given up 13 runs, and that's 5th in the league. And even with a 9-team league, it's 13 because a lot of teams have 30 out there. And no one could handle that one as Nick's aboard at first with a single.
Only 13 runs allowed, but the reason they're 2-2 is because they haven't been able to capitalize on those opportunities when they do get scorers in position. So as you can see with a play right there, the King Queens infield on defense is one of the best in the league.
It really is. They play together on defense, and really they shore up a lot of those plays. You got, as this one's lifted into the air and the catch is made for out number 2, tagging up over, and they double up there as Ebo gets the out, and there's the defensive ace for the Kicking Queens.
And Ebo has been the best third basewoman so far this season. A play like that takes a lot of kickball IQ.
So only 1 hit in that inning, but no runs scored. So now we'll go to the top of the 4th, and it's still a 1-0 ball game. As Hunter lifts this one into left field for a hit. Hit up the middle, the plate a second for the out. So Jordo's aboard on the FC. No hit recorded in that situation. So 1 gone. And here's the next one, Ebo. That one. And they just couldn't make a play there, and now they'll take advantage. But it looks like they have retired the side. That was a double play. That was 2. Oh. When did they get 3 outs? So in that last inning, only one hit aboard. No runs scored. It's still a 1-0 ball game as D hits that one over towards third base side, overruns the plate, and still takes advantage of that and gets the second. A rare defensive lapse by the Diva Dolls. Excuse me, or the Kicking Queens. Excuse me, I'm so confused by that play as D with the hard running, makes it over to second on the single, and this one skied over to left field, but the catch is made. So a nice recovery defensively, but unfortunately that one still, the momentum took them away to the play at third base. So D still manages to make it to third, and suddenly the Diva Dolls are in business.
It was a very close call with third basewoman Ebo right there.
Should have seen the one she made the second as well.
Looks like you have a discussion between the umpires here.
Looks like there's still a bit of a discussion there, but talk about a half inning for the Diva Dolls D, the leadoff hitter, taking advantage of a slight overrun on a throw at first base, and it moved over to second and then took advantage of a sac fly situation to move over to third, and that's rare from second to third. You usually see that from third to home.
And we've been able to see a lot of the times on those sac flies, they've led to runs. Speaking of runs, another run scores as D goes home.
D goes home, but Ebony is, as it looks like there was an out behind the play. And it looks like there's a little bit of confusion. I'm confused as well, as that should only be 2.
And it looks like the umpire just told everyone it was 2 outs.
So the side not retired just yet, but there was a run scored on that play. Ebony was just out at wherever base she was. It looked like first.
But we do now have a tie game here in the bottom of the 4th with that run scored from D.
Only one hit, but it was all the difference as D, spectacular base running, gave them that run. They earned that on base running alone, and that's impressive. So first pitch on the Star, rolled a ball, 1-0 is the count. As Star taps this one over to the pitcher, and that one a little bit too inside, as she's aboard with a run there for a single. And Emily, the pitcher, just wasn't ready for that hit, as now this one to left field. The catch is made for the out, and that will retire the side. 1 run scored on 2 hits. The game's now tied at 1-1 apiece. And we'll take a break here on the Roxamore Sports Network.
Hi, welcome to Fit for Boxing Club.
Here at Fit for Boxing, you'll find a fast, fun, and effective workout where you can burn up to 1,000 calories.
Come try a free class at Fit for Boxing, where beginners are always welcome. It's fun for the whole family, people of all ages. Old or young, it doesn't matter. In addition to our trainer-led workouts, we also offer private lessons, community fundraiser and team building events for local companies and more.
Hi, my name's Mario. I've been a member at Fit 4 Boxing for a little over a year now. If you need to get a good workout in, come to Fit 4 Boxing, and Rich and his staff will take care of each and every one of you.
Fit for Boxing Club is located in Hampton Township, just outside of the city of Pittsburgh on William Flynn Highway. Come learn how to box and have fun. Call Fit 4 Boxing Club at 412-213-3584 or visit our website at www.fit4boxingclub.com.
limping over there to her fast, but wasn't fast enough. So I had to get her attention. I'm like, hey. She turned around, see me limping towards her. She says, oh my gosh, you've been shot. I just fell on the ground. There wasn't even nothing wrong with me.
Graduated from Ohio State Penitentiary. They got real classes in there. Anybody been in that school? No, they got real classes. Like, it's 50-year-old man in there. They was like, hey, fam, can you be quiet? I got school in the morning.
And I'm still fat. So if you watch season 1, I remained and maintained all this weight for season 2. I ate just enough fried chicken, cornbread, collard greens, mac and cheese, all that, just to maintain all of it.
Season 2 of the Rock Comedy Show coming August 18th. Be sure to check that out on Roxamore Media and Entertainment. And welcome back to the Steel City Kickers League. It's the Diva Dolls versus the Kicking Queens. 1-1's the score. Diva Dolls taking a look down there, 7 hits to 1 run. And for the Kicking Queens, 6 hits to 1 run. And just talk about what you've seen from these two teams.
Well, I've seen the Diva Dolls being able to take advantage of their speed on the bases. As we mentioned earlier in this broadcast, the Kicking Queens do have a great defense, but they've been able to use their speed to try to get that tying run on the board.
And Star, the pitcher for the Diva Dolls, deals the next one. That one right to the defender for the out.
And that's Ajane there playing that kind of shortstop position. That's one of the positions where if you have a talented player here in the Steel City Kickers League, that can be the difference between runs and strikeouts.
High fly ball. And that one caught as well, so quickly that's 2 gone.
Close call there. The ball almost went from Ajane to first base, but just half a second too late on that one. And that first pitch from Star goes ball.
That one hit down the third base line, foul. And it looks like that's a strikeout, so that will retire the side.
One of the classic 3 fouls, and you're out.
So no runs, no hits, no errors, and we'll go to the bottom of the 5th, and it's the Diva Dolls up next to bat. And the score is still tied at 1.
And if the Diva Dolls can get a runner on first base, look for them to try to wave them in as soon as they start running on any pop flies so they can try to get the lead in this game.
So we're getting word on a couple substitutions, and that one ruled an infield single. So that was Kay aboard for the first time out there. She got an infield single and now has advanced to second. AA board whip a single. So here's Carla. And it looks like there's a little bit of confusion on the base pass right now, but everything all good. Everyone's safe. As Carla has a single, and now here's a replacement for Nick, number 40, Chanel. Replacing Nick, who had a single but was ruled out at second. That one hit right up the middle. Lead runner at home, and she is called out.
Even with that out, the bases are still loaded for Diva Dolls. This is a pivotal moment in this game. A double play there from Toy.
Yeah. So an amazing job there as they save the runs there, leave them stranded. And that was only 3 hits in that inning. No runs scored, and now we'll go to, wait, it's the bottom of the 6th?
And we now have a timeout from the Diva Dolls.
And talk about all this base running and all these hits in this game. It's really been an exciting game for both of these teams, though they haven't been able to get that one run to put them over or get that run that could stretch a lead, and that's really been the difference between these two team seasons. It's been inconsistency.
And that's why both teams are listed at 2-2. It's been inconsistent from both teams throughout the season, and it's been a lot of runners left on base from both sides. But this game is going to come down to who can bring those runners home to take the lead.
Here we are in the bottom of the 5th, and that one lifted over to short third, and the catch is made for the out. Maybe it is a 6. And unfortunately, Bella could not make it over to the base in time. As she shows her frustration, that is an out.
And when you're a fast player like Bella, you really think you can get to first base all the time.
And that one over towards the left field side, but the catch is made, and that will retire the side.
And she caught that, and it knocked off her hat. Still tied 1-1.
So we'll take a break on the Roxamore Sports Network as we'll come with you for the 7th. And they kept going. It looks like, I think I was wrong.
But a great play there by Ebo.
I knew it was the bottom of the 6th. All right. So here's the bottom of the 6th right now. That one hit right to first base side. They play, it could have been made over to first. But instead, they opted to go to second to try to get the lead runner, and it did not work out for him. So Ajane's at first, D's at second.
And D at second. Kicking Queens. We saw her just on her own take the base running and get a home.
And the catch at right field, that was in the air. So really, I think everyone should be going back. and looks like they will double it up, but I'm confused by that entire situation right there, because that was a catch in right field. That actually should be a triple play, actually.
Well, I think what happened here is the catch gave them the initial out, but then when she tried to throw the ball back to the pitcher, they had runners on third and on second, and I believe when she threw the ball back, it went out of play. So if a ball goes out of play, I believe the runners advance 2 bases.
So I guess that would count as a run scored for the Diva Dolls.
And it actually counted as 2 runs, as D was on third, Ajane was on second, and they were able to get both of them home off of that ball out of play. That's why, like we mentioned, a lot of the times it might be best to just get the ball back to the pitcher.
So a series of unfortunate advance for the Kicking Queens has them now down 2, and the way the offense has been in this game, that could be the decider.
Especially with it being the bottom of the 6th and the Diva Dolls just needing 3 more outs after this inning to end the game.
Stay tuned here, as high drama as always in the Steel City Kickers League. And that one, a slow tapper over, and that's just enough to get an infield single. That one, another play over, and that one looks like it was ruled a catch in the air, and that will retire the side.
And we are now going to the top of the 7th.
2 runs scored, 3 hits. And now the Kicking Queens with perhaps their final chance to get some more runs in. But we'll go to commercial here on the Roxamore Sports Network.
A shotgun formation flanked by Siebels, and we have back deep. You have wide open, and it looks like he's going to go all the way to the house. Tariq Scipio, big play receiver for the Wolverines.
Finally, they got the big play receiver the ball.
Detection and treatment is key to save lives.
So back to live action. Deontay Williams rolls out and finds a receiver deep in the end zone for the touchdown with 47 seconds left.
Three-one score as we go to the top of the 7th with the Kicking Queens with their last 3 outs here, trying to get something going here. And now it's only fitting that the lone run scorer for the Kicking Queens will lead it off for them in Toy. And it's going to be really important for the Kicking Queens to try to mimic the base running of the Diva Dolls.
Yep, you have Toy, Hunter, and Jordo coming up for the Kicking Queens. So it's important for at least two of them to get on base if they want to tie this game up.
So Toy hits that one over to third base side, and that's not the way they wanted to start this, as that's one out.
And sure hands there from Aaron.
And Aaron wisely makes a smart play, and there is one of the runs for the Kicking Queens.
And a close play there from Hunter going from first to second. In times like this, it's important for the base runners to try to give it their all, and that's what Hunter did on that one.
So now the tying runs at first, go-ahead runs at the plate. Only one out for the Kicking Queens. And here's their best player, Ebo. And that one bounces over to third base, and Hunter was just stranded over there. There was nothing really she could do there. So she's out.
2 outs here. This is becoming the final seconds of this game for the Diva Dolls. Can they end it right here?
Last out. Here's Emily, the pitcher for the Kicking Queens, and that one rolls away for a ball. Star, the pitcher for the Diva Dolls, pitching a gem. And this one lifted over in the air. Almost made the catch to end the game. And now the runner will trot it home, and now it's only a one-run game.
And that goes down as an error in crunch time for the Diva Dolls. With 1 out remaining, that could have ended really bad. But luckily, they now have 2 on base.
Very close action there. And now, tying run 90 feet or less away.
Tying run, but they can't rely on the pop fly this time. So I wonder what strategy the kicker has here.
High, arching to second. And the catch is made for the out. And the Diva Dolls will survive this time. Final score, 3-2, Diva Dolls. And wow.
And that ball was caught by none other than D. She's had sure hands the entire afternoon here for the Diva Dolls. And it's only right that she ended the game with that catch.
Final line score, 3 runs for the Diva Dolls, 13 hits. For the Kicking Queens, 2 runs, 8 hits. We'll be right back with the Roxamore Sports Network postgame show.
Lisa Baldwin with Remax Select Realty. My experience and my commitment makes everything I touch turn to sold.
Call Lisa Baldwin at 724-933-6300 extension 489 or go to selecthomefinder.com.
Hey kid, let me tell you about the Soul Pit, and I want you to let everybody know about it. Soul Pit is what's happening in and around your city. Soul Pit is on the internet and around the globe. Soul Pit is on your block and in your car. Soul Pit is in your ear. It's in your hair. It's everywhere. Soul Pit is the latest news, hottest styles, culture, education, information, and more. It gets you ready for things to come. Hey kid, you know what the Soul Pit really is? It's a little something extra for your soul.
And welcome back to the Roxamore Sports Network post-game show. 3-2 our final score, and I'm here with the victors for the Diva Dolls, and it's D and Star. And D, we'll talk about your base running in this game. 3 hits, 2 runs, but one of those runs were just an amazing display of base running, taking advantage of a overran play on defense at first, making it all the way to second, and then capitalizing on a sack fly, and then later making it home. Just talk about your aggressiveness on the base pass.
Yeah, so I was just focused on trying to make it home so, we could get scoring for the team. That's pretty much all I was thinking about.
So she's being modest. So we talked about this in practice, that Dee was going to be the runner today. She was going to tag up and keep running. So she's being very modest, but she knows she's the fastest on the team, and she's going to take them bases.
Well, Star, we'll talk about your pitching as well. 2 runs there, a little bit of scary moments at the end, but still you managed to get your way through that situation. Just talk about the importance of defense with you guys.
So our team is amazing. Our defense is amazing. They caught balls that they should have. We did make a few mistakes, but we capitalized on our mistakes, and we took the win.
It's been an inconsistent start to the season for you guys, but you're now 3-2 on the season. Do you feel like this game could be a turning point towards better days for you guys?
Absolutely. We plan on winning the whole season out.
Well, D and Star, good luck on the rest of the way, and hopefully that will come true. Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All right, so we'll be right back with Game 2, the Ladies of Faith and the Diamond Divas on the Roxamore Sports Network.